Today I am flying on Avianca Airlines. This is Colombia's largest airline in the entire country. It's going to be an early morning flight. This is my first time flying Avianca. I'm super excited to try this out. Depending on what you look at and who you ask, some people love Avianca, some people aren't too thrilled about it. We're going to review this today. I'm taking a flight from Cartagena, Colombia over to Bogota, which is one of the hubs for Avianca. It's going to be a quick maybe hour and 30-minute flight, if that. While you're watching this video, make sure to comment down below to let me know if you've ever flown this airline, or if after watching this video you'll give it a try. All right, so it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I am flying on Avianca Airlines. This is my first time flying. I'm going to be going from Cartagena, Colombia to Bogota, Colombia. I'm super excited. And like I said, guys, this was a 4:50 in the morning flight. I didn't even go to sleep the night before. I just stayed up the whole night, and then I had to get up around like 2 in the morning, or just actually put my clothes on, take a shower at 2 in the morning to get ready for this very long day, headed back to Atlanta. Today we're going to be flying. It's a quick hour and 30-minute flight. Today what I'm going to be worried about is the flight comfortable? Are the flight attendants friendly? Is the plane clean? Do they have good amenities? And most important, the price. So let's get right into it. For you guys, I decided to get early boarding so I could record the plane, get a little bit of a comfort test, all that good stuff. And a cool note for you guys, if you guys have Star Alliance, so if you fly United often, make sure if you ever fly Avianca, you put in your Star Alliance number so you can get some points and some credits towards your status. For you guys, I did get priority boarding to record. I am Group A, and I believe we're flying on an A320. Here's the plane right here. Now I am going down the jet bridge or the walkway, wherever we're going at this point, to head to the plane. And I do believe we actually have to walk out on the tarmac, which I love doing that. Get to stand by those huge planes. I don't know about you guys, but I always love walking on the tarmac. Going up to the plane, always exciting. If you look to your left, you see Latam. I'm really interested in flying them in a future video. Comment down below if you'd like to see that as well. As I said before, I am really big on aviation. There's nothing like walking on the tarmac and getting to see all these planes up close and personal. This is not something that you get to do every time, especially if you're in the United States. You're more so from, jet bridge to jet bridge, right on the plane, right into the terminal and out to the airport, wherever you gotta go. So it's always nice to just walk by and see all these planes. And as simple as the Avianca livery is, I actually do like it. What about you guys? Let me know. Look how cool this is. Oh, it's so cool. It is so cool walking on the tarmac. I love it all the time. And I am approaching this bad boy. This is an A320 I'm flying on, like I said before. And I just love going up. The only downfall is I had a suitcase, so you gotta obviously, pick that up and take it with you, but it wasn't too bad at all. Now, I was cautious at first recording. I didn't want to disrespect anybody. Different countries and different airlines have different rules, but this flight crew was pretty cool. They didn't really care too much and wanted to make sure I didn't get everybody in the video and wasn't too friendly. It's early in the morning, and again, I don't know the rules and I don't want to disrespect anybody. So here's my first look at the inside of the A320 on Avianca. Nothing special, just your normal A320. Avianca is known to not really have all of the bells and whistles. It's just kind of get you there and get you there safely. And I can kind of see that, but everything so far looks good. My first touch of the seats are they're not too comfortable. I can tell that for sure, but they're not going to be very uncomfortable as well for this quick hour and 30-minute flight. Now, I'm about 5'7", so I definitely have leg room here. Didn't really feel any type of issues, and it's such a short flight, so I think anybody really on this seat should be fine, unless you're extremely tall. Now, with this being the first flight of the day, I expected the tray table to be a little bit more clean than this. This is a pretty good sized tray table, but it was filthy, so I don't play those games. I quickly got the Purell wipe off. I don't even know if I'm going to eat or not, but that's not the point. I'm wiping this off for you, for me, or whoever else sits here, because I don't know what that was on that seat. So doing somebody else a good service, because I probably won't be eating on this flight. I'm also touching up some other parts of the plane as well, just things that I typically touch. Again, this is just me and what I like to do to make sure I'm getting it as clean as possible when I travel. For today's flight, I'm sitting at seat 10A. This flight was pretty open, so it really didn't matter. And I definitely got Group A boarding, which is priority boarding. So yeah, I'm super excited to take this flight and see what happens. Now, I did want to make sure that I did stay hydrated throughout this long journey, so I definitely got me some water. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the pouch and get my travels going. All right, on to the good stuff. So here is the first thing, and this is the food menu on Avianca. Cafe del Cielo. I could be saying that incorrectly, but here's what it looks like. And again, I don't think anything will be served on this flight unless you decide to purchase it. But again, it being such an early flight, I would hope nobody's purchasing stuff right now. It's quite early. You also have on the A320 the safety instructions as well. A lot of this is in Spanish, but you can really kind of make sense of it from the pictures. So far everything's all right. The only thing that I would say was the tray table, but the boarding was smooth, everything was good. The flight attendants are nice, pretty quick and efficient boarding. And I mean, the tray table was dirty, but that's a lot. I mean, that happens on a lot of airlines, so just make sure you bring something with you to make sure it's clean. Not too sure right now what we'll get as far as food, but we will check it out. Maybe we'll get some type of in-flight refreshments or beverages, just so I can have that to do a review as well.
1 hour and 5 minutes, weather is very good, someone official light turbos, which is normal in Bogota. Weather in Bogota, partly cloudy skies with a temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Please remember that the flight attendants will report safety, so it is very important that you comply with all the flight.
And as the captain said, an hour and 5 minute flight. This flight is going to be quick. I'm probably going to take a nap after I record for you guys for a little bit, and just some light turbulence, so that was always good to hear. All right, so the boarding doors just closed. The lights in the cabin have been dimmed. We're about to take off. I'm super excited. See you in the air. It's always pretty cool when the aircraft's air system is turned on and you kind of see like what looks like appears to be smoke, but it's normal. It's for the air, so you'll be fine if you ever see this. Now, this specific route and this specific aircraft did not have any power outlets, so just make sure you always bring your own just in case, because they could always be broke as well. All right, and we are taken back now at this point, and as you can see, the flight attendants are demonstrating their safety instructions and how to put on the life vest and everything. So it's pretty cool to see a different country do their instructions as well. For all my Spanish speaking subscribers or supporters, please let me know what this text says. I obviously did scan the QR code at a later time, but let me know what it says. Now, if you guys have not been to Cartagena, Colombia, it is a great time. Probably not the best for beaches and things of that nature, but really cheap food, really a good time, just so much to do. I'll definitely have to go back because it was such a short trip. But now it's time to take off. I'll see you in the skies. So all right, and after a very nice and smooth takeoff, I attempted to try to see if Wi-Fi was available either for purchase or just for free, and I had no luck at all with that. As you can see, the flight attendants coming down with the galley. I didn't know what they were saying because they spoke in Spanish only, so I don't know if they were asking if you wanted to buy something or if they were giving it away, but clearly they weren't because they didn't give anything away to anybody, so I missed out on that for sure. Now, my Spanish is not the best, but I believe that the flight attendant came on the speaker and said that they do have complimentary snacks, and then they also have things that you can purchase. So I'll find out for you. It's a good thing I brought my water just in case I get thirsty, because I completely missed out on everything. That is a shame. I gotta do better, guys. I gotta do better. Now, the best part about taking these early morning flights is that you can really catch a nice sunrise, and that's exactly what I caught on this quick hour flight. I caught a very gorgeous, very bright orange. The video doesn't even do it justice. It's a beautiful sunrise, which is just always good just to be that high up in the air and appreciate the small, simple things like a sunrise and a sunset. And I did end up taking a nap for maybe, I would say 20 or 30 minutes or so, because I know I had a long day. So we are about to start our descent into Bogota. One thing I did forget earlier is there is no button to recline on this route at all either. So this definitely is showing me that at least for this route on this plane, you kind of are just more so just bare bones. Get there and get there safely. If you've ever been to Cartagena or Bogota, Bogota is a completely different vibe and a completely different look. And as I was landing, I definitely saw that. I didn't see really many high buildings or anything like that. It was just more land, if anything. More important than anything, we got to Bogota safely, which is all that really matters at the end of the day. I was extremely happy for getting there safely. All right, so we just landed in Bogota. I'm gonna get off the plane and give you guys my honest opinion on the flight. All right, so I did end up falling asleep on that flight. Just to get clarification, the food and beverages on this flight was not free, which made sense as to why nobody brought anything, and it was quite early. The Wi-Fi did not work on the flight at all, so I couldn't tell if it was free or we had to pay for that. I'm assuming with that we may have had to pay as well, but the Wi-Fi didn't work. The seats also did not recline, which I figured out during mid-flight. I'm just used to seats reclining, so I didn't check it, but yeah, they didn't recline. All right, so let's get into the stuff. So for the price was not bad. It was about 101 US dollars to go from Cartagena to Bogota, which is not bad at all. And those flights can be even cheaper sometimes. Now I did book this flight last minute, so if I booked it in advance, it could have probably been even cheaper. So for the price, 5 out of 5. The comfort was not bad either. The seats had some type of cushioning. They were not the most comfortable seat, but they also were not bad. But I am going to give it, because of the non-reclining, and I wasn't even an exit row, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 because I would have liked, especially when I was going to go to sleep, just to have a little bit of recline. So 3 out of 5 for comfort. The friendliness between the flight crew and then also the gate agents, they were not bad. I believe there was obviously in English a language barrier. 4 out of 5 for that. Cleanliness, I would say, was not bad at all, but that tray table definitely took it from a 3 out of 5 to 2 out of 5. Again, I know it's just a tray table, but it was filthy. And for the amenities, well, there were no amenities at all. And even though there were no chargers, no outlets, the Wi-Fi did not work. So I'm gonna honestly give this a 0 out of 5. There's really nothing to judge this on. And the Wi-Fi didn't work, the outlets were not there. 0 out of 5. So all in all, not a bad airline. Would I recommend flying Avianca? Sure. It seems like it gets you to where you need to go, and it is not bad at all. Just do not expect anything super fancy on these short flights from Cartagena to Bogota on Avianca. This is not like a Delta One suite type of situation. If you do want to see a more lavish and luxurious type of flight, click the video up top where I flew from Amsterdam to Detroit on Delta One suites. It was a beautiful experience. That was top notch. So if I had to rank this flight out of 5, I would give this a solid, I would say 3 out of 5. It wasn't anything special. You didn't have outlets. The food was not available, complimentary or anything. The Wi-Fi didn't work. The flight attendants were just pretty regular. They weren't overly nice. They weren't rude at all. The gate agents weren't rude at all. It was pretty much to get you there, and we got there pretty quickly with a smooth ride. That's all I can really ask for. So I would say a solid 3 out of 5 stars. If you're flying from Cartagena to Bogota on Avianca, again, do not expect anything amazing. Just get there, be safe, have a good time. I will see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this, comment down below, tell me your thoughts on it. I'll see you next time. Be safe.